Welcome to the Trizzy and Unk Show. That's Trizzy. I'm Unk. Let's do this shit.
First order of business, have to talk about the Spurs in the offseason and some changes.
I agree. With me being a Spurs fan, there's definitely a lot to talk about here.
I think first order of business, as a front office, you guys have to find a new head coach.
You think we're having to find a new head coach? What do we think we need?
I think you guys need somebody that's going to demand respect out the locker room, somebody who's proven, so that's either a former player or a coach who has accolades and a resume. But you guys are too young of a team to also have a first-year head coach as well.
I agree with most of that, yes. Having a first-year coach did kind of hinder us because he got out-coached in this finals against the Knicks every game. I don't think that he established any kind of role playing in this section of who was a leader on the court. He might have had Wemby, but it still was, everybody had too many voices.
Yeah, I feel like it was very communal and way too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yes, as they say, it was definitely way too many cooks in the kitchen. It would need to be one voice, and as it goes, we know who the leader is of the team.
Right.
We need that to happen, and who do you have as suggestions as a candidate to be that guy?
It has to be Wemby. Wemby has to be the number one vocal leader. But in order for that to happen, he needs a coach that also is pushing that and putting that battery in his back.
Who do you feel that you have as a candidate for coaches that could be that?
Okay, so I would lean more towards the former player route if it was me personally, if I was the GM. I would look at it like a Rajon Rondo, a Chris Paul, like a former guard, really, a former point guard who has a high IQ.
I agree with the
has
Chris
been in the
Paul.
system.
You know, him being a former Spur for a small moment,
Mm-hmm.
knowing how Wemby plays and being around Wemby, he could get the ball. He knows how to get the ball to him, especially at clutch time when things are really kind of chaotic of what everybody was not knowing what to do.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of a fourth quarter game, the castle looked over to the bench to find out what was the play that they were running instead of just knowing already something of what the play is going into what we need to do coming into the last 2 minutes.
It's just too much confusion, miscommunication, hesitance, and there's not enough trust, I feel like, on your team. Like, it's just not enough trust and cohesiveness.
With you saying not enough trust, is it the players don't trust each other, or they didn't trust the coach, or the coach doesn't trust them? Where the trust needs to be at?
I feel the coach doesn't trust them. I feel like the coach doesn't trust them, and I feel as an athlete, me personally, if I don't have a coach that trusts me, I can't play to my best abilities and be as comfortable as a player.
I agree, because it makes you feel like you can't say something or know how to make sure and maneuver around taking the lead, because now you have all these players saying something and everybody's kind of like, yeah, like it's almost an open vote on what everybody's doing and not a coach leading them to being like, this is the play we're running, this is the things we're doing, he's taking the shot. We don't have that. And I think it is because we're young and being that first time everybody's going there at this speed, it was kind of like nobody knew what to do.
I feel as though not only did nobody know what to do, but also even when players felt like they had the opportunity to do certain things, they were hesitant behind it because they felt like their coach just doesn't trust them. In certain moments, like I seen Devin Vassell hesitate on a lot of shots. I seen Dylan Harper hesitate on a couple of shots. But he was the only one that really felt like he had a battery in his back and he was just going to go after it. I'm not going to lie, the whole series he was a dog and he earned every minute that he played.
I agree.
I feel like
with that, Fox needs to now know that he needs to ride the bench.
Exactly,
he has to come off the bench
going.
and probably lead a second team into being something. I mean, things should be that way because the boy was hot as fish grease. I mean, he was killing in every game that he played. First 2 games, he averaged 25 points a game.
That was my favorite player in the whole series. Now, you saying De'Aaron Fox is supposed to lead the second unit. In the next month, he has a $300 million bonus.
Yeah, but you
My
gotta
bad, not
know.
bonus, extension.
But you gotta know when it's your time to kind of fall back and let a young guy blossom. He needs to, you don't want to lose Harper to somebody else because you're stifling his growth and being an excellent, maybe potentially all-star player. Definitely an all NBA player. These are the things that he can become if he gets the opportunities to start. He has to do that. Maybe it could be something where Fox starts a game and then Harper starts a game.
But I wouldn't do that because then that messes up rhythm.
I agree. So I feel Fox needs to understand he has to come off the bench.
Is there a world where they start together?
No.
You don't think that's possible?
No, because you have Champagne who needs minutes and he's a great spot-up shooter, especially
I like
from
him
the
on the court
three-point
with
line.
Wemby. I love him on the court.
I do too. Castle is great with Wemby. He needs a little bit more guidance on somebody who can teach him how to get around with Wemby.
Mm-hmm.
To play the greater pick and roll game with him. To play the, you know what I'm saying, to know
I feel
Wemby's
like that's
spots.
really what y'all are. Y'all 1 point guard away. Y'all one point guard away.
But I also feel like we have too many point guards already.
I do feel like that, but I won't say you have too many point guards. You have too many combo guards.
Okay.
So many combo guards.
Okay.
I feel like in this offseason, you guys need to establish either Dylan's gonna be your point guard, or Castle's gonna be your point guard. One of the two youngins gotta be a point guard, but you can't have two combo guards.
I feel like Castle has to be the point guard.
Okay, and I like that because of how he plays with Wemby. I do. I like that. I like that call. And you allow Dylan Harper just to be a scorer.
Yes, because that's what he needs to do. He's a great scorer. Like I said, the boy was hot. He needs to he needs to start to get his rhythm going and establish something early. Mm-hmm. We did establish the lead early every time against the Knicks, but we fell apart coming into the fourth quarter because there was no leader.
Also felt like in the fourth, when things were starting to slow down, you guys had no set offense.
That's another thing that we need, and that comes from a coach.
Yes.
Where you need an experienced coach. He needs to know that. And with him, he's no offensive guru, but he had great offensive sets at the time of the regular season.
Mm-hmm. It just also seemed against OKC.
Yes, he did. But it still took us 7 games to get past them.
That's a great team. That's a great team.
Yes, I was about to say, I understand that they're defending champs and they're not going to go down without a fight. So it's just something of getting better sets, getting a leader on the court and a leader off the court to be that bigger voice to set things straight in the time of when we're either down or it's a close game and it's only 2 minutes left.
Okay, now I have a question with that. With Wemby being that voice, hypothetically, like we said, do you think Castle and Harper are looking at it a bit weird because they're all around the same age and they're like, we all haven't accomplished anything really?
That could possibly be a problem, but I don't think it will be because I think they understand that Wemby's the star.
Superstar?
Yes, superstar.
Yeah.
He's the superstar. He is potentially going to be the face of the NBA one day, and they have to know that they follow his lead. If he cannot lead, then they will fall apart. And it almost showed a little bit because when he was on the bench giving the shout-outs and saying certain things, it worked. But it also fell apart because he allowed them to continue being a voice.
So, but my thing is, necessarily in today's day and age, is it wrong for everybody to have a voice? Because I feel as though you guys can have a three-headed monster because we've seen that work. For example, like with the Warriors. But I feel like if you guys are going to be a three-headed monster, they all three have to be on the same page at all times. At all times.
Yes. Shit, I don't know. That's a hard one to call because, like I said, at the end of the game, you need a definitive voice that's going to stick to the role and knowing what everybody's role is and be able to point it out and tell them, this is what you're doing, that is what you're doing, this is what I'm doing, and this is how it's going to go. It can't only just come from
head coach.
Yes, the head coach. It has to also come from a player on the field. You need a floor general.
And
usually that's the point guard.
And that's what I'm saying. So necessarily, what does it have to be? Wemby, that's the voice. Can he be the action? Because, for example, on the Warriors, Steph is the action, but Dre is the voice. You get what I'm saying?
So you saying he
can it be Castle? Can it be
you
Harper?
saying he shouldn't have two voices or two roles and as leader?
No. That's I'm just asking a question. Do you think that Wemby should be?
Yes.
I think he should be the leader and the action?
Yes, because he's the superstar. It's like
it's
like almost the whole situation with a young LeBron.
Oh, that's exactly where I was going. I was about to say you look at him more as like a LeBron versus a Curry.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
I was looking at it like a Curry because of his team, how well his team is constructed. I feel like a young Bron, he's always had to be a leader because it's always been just him. And then when he's on these other teams,
good point.
You get what I'm saying? When he joined Miami, he let D Wade have his. He was the voice, but D Wade had his voice too.
I don't want to say he let D Wade have his voice because he knew coming there it was already D Wade's team.
Exactly, but you see that's two leaders though, and then they still have Chris Bosh got it. He got some say in some stuff too. So that's what I'm saying with the.
But they were already all-stars. They were already something.
True.
With the thing of Wemby being at this moment, well, Castle did just become an all-star this past season. So maybe it needs to be them too.
That's what
but other than that, it doesn't need to be nobody else saying anything.
So
Everybody
you
needs
feel
to
like
follow their lead.
The proven young guys get to talk.
Yeah, but at the same time, you don't want it to be the proven young guys because then anybody can step up and be like, I proved myself, I should be a voice too.
But I'm not saying like they proved themselves. I'm saying accolades. They have accolades. Castle's an all-star. Wemby's a defensive player of the year. Like, they have accolades. They have actual facts behind it. Not just like practice. Ooh, I had a good practice today. I proved myself. No, that's not what I'm saying. Or I had a good game today. I proved myself. Or even for Dylan Harper, I had a good playoff run. I proved myself. No, you have accolades. That's what I'm saying. Like, the young players who have accolades, that's who you feel like should be the leaders in the locker room.
Yeah, most likely it should be those two guys because of the accolades.
So now let's go back to the topic of Fox, because Fox has accolades. He's an All-NBA player, former Clutch Player of the Year, all of these things.
Yes, but I think...
Does he have a say in that locker room
I think
anymore?
age plays a little bit of a factor into that, and your veteranness shows that you didn't take a great role as leader at the time when we needed you to. You took the role as a role player, and maybe maybe it was because he was upset about his minutes and having to go to the bench when
Harper.
Yes, when Harper was hot. So it could be a thing of like you have to establish something with him automatically about what his role is going to be, because if you don't, everything's going to fall apart from there.
I do think that's very important, establishing this offseason what De'Aaron Fox's role will be. But one thing I didn't like about the whole De'Aaron Fox thing is he was already shooting back. Already shooting I think 3 for 13 or 3 for 12.
Yes, he did go 3 for 13 in
right. No. In game 5 he was shooting 3 for 13 in the fourth. And then I see Mitch Johnson call up plays for him. Like, call actual plays. As a fan of basketball, and I seen Iman Shumpert touch on this too, as a fan of basketball, that's just not right. That's just as a human being, that's not right. If I'm already having a bad game, I get it. Trying to get somebody hot,
Yeah, trying to get them started.
Trying to get your vet going. I get that. Going. But drawing a play up for me already cold, and then the first one didn't work, you drop another one, that one don't work, you drop 2 more, I don't like that at all. I feel like that's setting me up. You setting me up.
I feel like it's maybe not a setup. Is you are trying to get your player going. You're trying to get your vet into the game. But at the same time, he should know something about that. He should be able to call that out and be like, hey, I'm cold right now. He's hot. Let him get the ball. Let him be the guy. Even if you do put him on the court at the same time, he still has to know that Harper needs the ball in his hands because he's hot.
But then that goes again to the trust in the coach. Does De'Aaron Fox feel like he has enough power and enough voice to say, hey, coach, that play's not going to work for me.
I think De'Aaron Fox should know that he has that kind of power. He's coming there as a vet, as somebody who wanted to come there. I understand that he wanted to be with Pop and have that legend behind him and be able to teach him things. I mean, he might get that in practice, but yes, you still have a voice of the head coach, which is Mitch Johnson, and it needs to be something of they need to know that they have to work together to understand how to help these young boys get to where they need to go, to blossom as something better and become potential all-stars and all the NBA players, and potentially a champion.
I genuinely just don't think Mitch Johnson's gonna be the coach that's gonna get y'all over the hump. He just doesn't. In my eyes, he just doesn't have enough, one, offensive IQ, and then two, he under pressure overthinks a lot. I feel like he overthinks a lot. I feel like he doesn't understand how to coach a superstar. He doesn't understand how to coach a superstar. He coaches way better when Wemby's not playing. Way better.
Wow. That's a big statement.
When Wemby's not playing, he's a way better coach. As soon as Wemby plays, it's like...
That is a really big statement.
It's like he's forcing everybody to give Wemby the ball. And it's like, that's not good basketball. Sometimes they look like an AAU team. Like,
they do, but at the
it's
same
not,
time, I feel like
basketball.
Yeah, AAU team or a young college
You get what
team,
I'm saying? Like, that's not good
something
basketball.
Like that. I don't know. We
just
have to
run up and down, and we gonna prey on fast break points. Like,
exactly. You know, as an analogy I use, it's like everybody's going to the party for the first time, and nobody knows what they're doing when we get there. That's just the craziness of it. It's too much chaos.
Ain't nobody drunk before everybody taking their first shot.
Yeah,
like
everybody's just going in
just
and like winging it.
Yeah, like really, that's really how I felt. Like Mitch was just in that series, just winging it.
Yeah, whatever works, and we'll try to hope it sticks.
It keeps working.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Instead of adjusting to certain things, and that's just not how it works.
We definitely can't do that again, because right there is something that definitely messed up our chances and probability of having a championship right now.
I don't know what your guys' cap space looks like going into this upcoming summer, but is there a free agent or somebody you know that's in the draft that you think you guys should go for?
At the current moment, no.
Not by name?
Not by name.
Okay.
But I do think that we have to get a big.
Yes.
Definitely a big and a good one to back up Wemby.
Or play alongside him.
Yes, or play alongside him. That could also be something too.
But either way, y'all do need a second big. I do agree.
Yes, definitely.
Luke Cornett played great though.
He did. He did his job. He did what he had to do at the times of the moment he got into the game. His minutes were fine. Do we let him go this year? I don't know. But we're going to try to find something to make sure that it's compatible with Wemby regardless.
Of course. And I feel like that should also be priority number one this offseason. Finding the most compatible teammates with Wemby. Because we've now all seen it. He can be generational. He's not like a
for sure.
No offense, but he's not like a Zion or Greg Oden or Anthony Bennett. He's not a bust. That's confirmed.
Yeah, confirmed that he's
generational
not a bust.
Talent. He's gonna be here for a while. Let's continue building around the guy. So I feel like that should definitely be priority number one. Continually,
you don't think that finding
a
new coach should be priority number one?
Not necessarily, because still at the end of the day, the players are the ones who are playing. So I think players still come first, number one. Priority number one.
But do you have?
I do think head coach is still. It's like 1A, 1B type.
It's something that's on the table.
1A, 1B. Yes,
sure.
Yes.
1A, 1B has to be on the table.
Yes. At least the conversation needs to be talked about. Like,
do you have any candidates in mind that should be a new head coach for the San Antonio Spurs?
I think I previously said Rajon Rondo.
Isn't he a assistant coach in Boston?
No, Milwaukee.
Oh, okay.
Milwaukee.
Yeah, but that team now is diminished, like straight up
basically
broken apart, even with the coaching. There's no head coach now. Doc Rivers is gone.
Speaking of the Bucks, this summer, where do we think Giannis going? I got an idea where I want to see him go.
I don't know where Giannis is going. The Giannis Sweepstakes is something that definitely for sure has to happen, I say,
relatively soon.
yes, by the time the draft happens. Or at least not too far after.
I would say during draft night he should be traded. But
good point.
I want to see him go. Hear me out. I want to see him go to Philly.
That will be good, but with Embiid, do you think that the Sixers are going to get rid of Embiid with everything that's going on with him?
Yes, I think that's exactly who you flip him for. You get right off that contract. You throw him.
They have made a statement that Embiid's not going nowhere. They made a statement that Embiid, Maxey, and their new guy, the rookie, Edgecombe, yes, are not going anywhere. That's going to be the team at least for the coming year, next season.
Words mean nothing in professional sports to me. I don't believe nothing words-wise. Actions mean everything to me, especially in professional sports.
I understand that.
So that statement means nothing to me. I'm pretty sure if the right offer is put on the table, Embiid's gone.
Is there any other place that you see him going? Because I say maybe Miami, or even probably Orlando.
I would have said Detroit before.
Ooh, but you gonna get rid of Jalen Duren?
For Giannis, I would.
That's crazy. I don't know. I don't know if Giannis could really fit in the Kate Cunningham. And
it's the same.
The way
they're the same. They're the same player. Him and Jalen Duren are the same player. Giannis is just literally
bigger,
the supermax version of him.
I don't know. I don't know how that will work. I don't know.
Faster, more athletic, stronger.
I have doubts,
and I have more dog in you.
But I have a lot of thoughts about that I don't think it will work. Like,
why?
There's certain things about, like I said, the pick and roll will be great probably, but I feel like that's like him playing with James Harden. Like, it's not gonna work that way. Like, because they both need the ball in their hands too much. Like, Giannis may be a big...
Not necessarily. When he played with Dame, he was great off ball.
I don't know.
When him and Dame shared the court, he was great off ball. Yeah,
and they didn't get on the court much together, but Cade needs the ball a lot, because he's their top scorer. And I understand
but that's why he needs the ball a lot. There's nobody else to score on their team. So now you give him another scorer.
Right.
He doesn't have to shoot that.
Yeah, but I think you might be giving up too much to get Giannis.
I don't think so. You got to understand, championship window is so small now. There's no guarantees.
Yes, because teams are getting better by the second.
Right. If you give me a chance to trade for a former NBA champion,
you're saying you have to take it.
I'm taking it. Ooh. And he's in his prime, and he wants to win.
That's tough.
That's a tough offer to pass up. Like that's a very tough offer to pass up.
But I feel like for somebody who might have the money, I think Orlando's a good spot too.
I don't see him playing with Paolo. Him and Paolo can't play together.
Why not?
Because they're two back to the basket bigs.
You don't think that Paolo could be taught to kind of become a shooter, like a great mid-range shot guy, and let Wemby be the big?
No, that's all Paolo shoots is middies. That's all he shoots.
Okay, so yeah, I think it probably would work because it's something like he may play with his back to the basket, but that could change. He could start.
But it's like it's a mellow type of post up bag. That's the difference. It's not like I catch it in the post, quick 1-2 moves. No, he's trying to
really back you down.
Not even really back you. He's trying to face you up, jab. You get what I'm saying? Like he's trying to go to work. Like he's trying to catch it in the post and go to work. So
yeah, but if nothing's there, that's what we would have Giannis for. If there's nothing there,
but that's the thing. No. Orlando has other scorers. That's the thing. That's just how he plays. That's how he plays. That's his game.
Jalen Suggs and who else?
Anthony Black is a scorer.
Anthony Black is starting to come around as a great scorer.
Franz Wagner is an all-star.
Yeah, he had an injury this year, so we didn't get to see him that much this year. Doesn't his brother also play with him? Or did they trade him?
No, I think his brother plays with him, but his brother's there. I'm trying to think of somebody else that's
A lot of people like them as a combo.
Not as a combo. I think it was just cool because they're brothers.
Mm.
His brothers never really been that good.
Okay.
I'm trying to. What is their center's name? Wendell Carter. He's pretty good.
Wendell Carter, yeah. Wendell Carter Jr. He's not bad.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they have and they already have it. I also
But
don't
you don't
want
think that he will be in the trade?
But that's the thing.
Giannis?
I also don't want to touch the Magic. Like, I don't, like, they're good. Like, let them keep building in the draft and doing what they're doing. Like, I don't want to touch that team. You get, that's also why I want
I
to
understand that. I feel like it's a good fit, though. I mean, me personally, that's how I feel. I understand
I don't like it.
I understand your take on it. It could mess it up, but I feel like that's how it is with Detroit. They're starting to have something, and now have to start over with a superstar.
That's not
and
starting over.
Already guy that's coming into his own as a superstar. It's not. No, it's not.
But the thing is,
over.
he's not coming into his own as a star. That's the thing.
You don't think Cade is already a star?
No, I'm not. I'm talking about Jalen Duren. That's the thing. He's not coming into a star. That's the thing. He's not. He's gonna give you 19 and 10, and that's cool, and it's a powerful 19 and 10 and a very effective 19 and 10. However, playoffs come around, that 19 and 10 don't look like 19 and 10 no more. He ended up getting about like 13 and 6.
For them being the number one seed on the East, they got dog walked.
That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. If I'm a GM, I'm looking at you, I'm very embarrassed.
You think everybody's on the block? Everybody's on the trade block? Everybody's on the chopping block?
The only people that wouldn't, if I'm the GM of the Detroit Pistons, there's only 2 people on that team that's not up for sale. Cade and Asar Thompson. Everybody else, I'm listening.
Yes.
I'm listening.
I did hear, though, small rumors of Asar wanting to play with his brother, though.
Yeah, I mean, that'll always be a thing with siblings. That's always a thing.
So, I mean, maybe there could be a 3-team trade for that.
They're not trading Asar. If they trade Asar, that'll be up there with the Luka trade.
It'll be a disadvantage to them.
That is.
Speaking of Luka, the counterpart he got traded for, Anthony Davis. Do you think with Anthony Davis being injury prone that he should retire or what? Like keep playing? I mean, now he's in Washington, and people thinking right now that he might not even play for Washington, that Washington might trade him.
I think if Washington trades him, he needs to go to Philly. Somebody needs to go to Philly.
Somebody saying basically no matter what, somebody has to replace MD.
No. So with AD, it's a bit different. You don't. The AD's not. Embiid's not the asking price for AD. For AD, you want picks. Especially for Washington, you would want picks and one
to build your team up
and a younger player. And with that, that's where the third team comes into play, where you just get a younger player from a third team. Where I think the Jazz will come into play.
Definitely for sure the Jazz. I mean they have it.
I think the Jazz come into play.
But I also think that they have picks.
I think like somebody like Ace Bailey could be up for grabs with AJ in the draft.
Wow. Big statement there because I don't know about that one.
And let me hear you out to exactly the 3-team trade. I think AD goes to Philly. Washington gets Ace. And Utah basically gets a plethora of picks.
So didn't Ace Bailey did not want to go to Washington? Wasn't that a problem on draft night?
No, I don't think it was. Why?
Or before draft night?
I think it was Charlotte. He didn't want to go to. No, you might be right. It might be Washington.
Yeah, I believe it was Washington.
But okay, so
he said that he did not want to go to.
Even if it's not Ace, Jazz have
a plethora of players.
Young stars.
Yes, I agree with that part.
Lauri Markkanen.
Ooh, I heard
actually
that
exactly. Actually, I take back Ace Bailey. That's who I would throw in that trade.
I heard that we should probably trade for Lauri Markkanen, as in the San Antonio Spurs.
He doesn't play. He doesn't fit y'all. He doesn't play defense. He plays defense,
okay.
But he doesn't play 94 feet defense like how y'all play.
Or there was some little chatter about it being maybe Domantas Sabonis from the Kings going to San Antonio.
I could see that.
Definitely
he fits
for
more.
sure.
He fits more. But I also think y'all should just go cheap and get Miles Turner.
Whew. That's not cheap. Didn't he just sign a $300 deal, at least $200 million deal with the?
I think it was 158. I think it's
158. That's still a big price tag.
Very big price tag. But
with I believe the Milwaukee Bucks.
I think what y'all do though, y'all do a sign in trade with KJ for Miles Turner.
I don't think that would work because the price tag, the money does not work out. We're giving up a lot more than KJ for that, and I don't know. I like what KJ does for Wemby off the court. The way that he kind of like talks to him, and he has that kind of like relationship with him where he talks, and you know he's a green ball. That guy just shoots all the time.
I watched that series. He didn't pass.
Not once. Actually, maybe twice he did off of the rebound, and when he got stuck at knowing he had no option to shoot.
Yeah.
But other than that, that man is green lighted.
Anywhere on the court, he letting it go.
Yes.
Well, not even anywhere on the court. He catch it anywhere on the court. He's trying to get downhill, but it's going up.
Yes, he's either going to the line or it's definitely I'm shooting this from
wherever,
everywhere.
But you know who that reminds me of a lot? Julius Randle.
Yeah, that
is another guy who needs to be moved because I feel as though Anthony Edwards needs a second star.
You don't feel like Anthony Edwards needs his own space? He needs more of being...
No. He needs a second star. Because they're also another team that looks like an AAU team when he's not going.
Yeah. Who would that second star be, though?
It has to be somebody exciting. Because that's what their team is built around. Highlights. Think about it. Nas Reed, Bones Thailand, and Jaden McDaniels. Rudy Gobert, like these are all media. Like you get them like they. Yeah. So I think with all of that being said, the perfect guy that fits all of that.
John Morant.
Yep.
Oh boy, you want me on the same page with that? I like that.
Exactly where I was going.
Because I was thinking the same thing. John Morant and Anthony. Woo.
That's a nice backcourt.
That's crazy.
Then at your three, you got Jaden McDaniels, who's 3-and-D.
Yes.
Perfect.
That would be something.
Then you got Nas Reed and Rudy. Or trade Rudy.
Trading Rudy would not be bad, but at the same, especially with the height of how he played in this.
Right, you trade Rudy right now at the
while he's
high trade value.
While he's up.
Him and Julius Randle get put in a trade package together.
Ooh,
with a 2029 first round pick.
Yes, I don't see nobody actually denying that. I don't see nobody saying trade denied.
Memphis taking it.
Memphis is definitely taking that.
For J.A. Morante.
Yes.
Come on home. Minnesota, I love you.
Yes.
Minnesota, I love you.
And he will have great leaders that were...
And also, him and Ant would just be great.
Oh, man, but you would have to think about the craziness that is... The crazy talk that is going to happen on and off the court.
But that's just the funnest backcourt ever.
That is the funnest backcourt ever, but is it a time bomb?
No, I think I'll look at it, honestly, from a fan perspective, I think I'll look at it as Houston, Russ, and Harden.
Because right now, John Morant is basically saying he's Darth Vader.
And that's why I would look at it as Houston, Russ, and Harden. It's like the superstar Harden, and then the guy who was athletic and was freaky bouncy and great when he had his own team, and then injuries, certain things happen, media started slandering him, he's doubting himself, confidence is down. Let me go team up with my friend, get my confidence back up.
Good point.
And now, new generation of it, we've seen how what the Rockets needed and what they failed at. Let's try it. We got the 3-and-D guy.
Okay.
We got the shooting big, Nas Reed.
Okay.
Now, we just need another defensive post monster. And I think if y'all really flex that trade...
You think John Morant is a defensive post monster?
No, that's what y'all need. That's the only thing, like, if y'all get John Morant, that's what the Timberwolves would need. as the fifth person to fill out the starting five.
That's something that
because you got your point guard at Ja, and as your shooting guard.
You have another
Jaden McDaniels as your 3 and D. Nas is your shooting big.
Another highlight player.
But like you need in the draft, you draft another big, another big body big.
And I'm pretty sure they have a good pick, and I'm pretty sure they have also a second round pick as well. So
call up Purdue. Purdue always got a big.
Yes, they do. They're always working on it.
Purdue always has a big. Call up Purdue.
Working on big at every moment.
Call up Purdue. Call up Purdue. They got a big.
Okay, let's talk about a legend team. Your team, the Golden State Warriors.
Okay.
What do you think they're doing with Jimmy Butler?
I think we're trying to get Giannis. And I think Bucks keep denying us. Why? I don't really know.
You think that Giannis is going to let that go? Because it's almost like in his contract that his brother has to play with him.
Yeah. I don't think we have a problem with that. The Nassas and Draymond on the same team. I don't think we'll have a problem with that. You love net leases.
Yeah, but do y'all have enough to give away to get Giannis?
And I think that's why we keep getting denied.
What's the capital?
I think, me personally, the trade I would do, Jimmy, Pods, Moses Moody, 2029 first round pick.
That's a lot.
Getting back in MVP.
And you don't think with ages of Draymond and Steph that's not going to work? It's going to be too much of a tired out starting five?
Giannis is in his prime.
Yeah, Giannis is, but Draymond and Steph are not.
Okay, but if they play with anybody, they're not. So what's your point?
Good point about that. I mean, that could be what it is.
Either way it goes, they still 36.
Yeah, but I still see it as something that
even if they play with 20-year-olds, they still 36 though.
Yeah, but it's just something still I don't see as a complete thing yet. Like it could work. It definitely could work. But and then you're saying you're adding still keeping Jimmy Butler to that, or are you getting rid of Jimmy?
Like that was the trade.
So Jimmy is the trade for Giannis.
Yeah, Jimmy.
With who else you said again?
I said Jimmy, Paz, and a first round pick.
Ooh. And you're getting Giannis and his brother.
Yep.
Giannis or whatever his name is. The Nassas.
Oh, and Alex too. The other one.
Alex who?
Antetokounmpo.
Oh.
It's three.
So you're getting three brothers, which is probably what you're gonna have to take.
Mm-hmm.
But and that makes me think of the Giannis Sweepstakes as it sits now, with who is basically going to take his brother, because if not, will Giannis play for y'all?
That's the same thing with Bron though.
And what, the Bronny situation?
Yeah.
So with that, do you think that LeBron's going to leave LA? Because Bronny's not leaving. Bronny's still under contract for a while.
I don't.
Well, not a while.
No,
but
he's a free agent.
He is?
As
a rookie?
No, after next year. After this next season, his contract is up.
Well, do you think that Bron would retire at that time so that Bronny can have his own lane, and then you still have to worry about Bryce coming in after that? I believe Bryce would be probably coming in.
I think that's also why he won't retire. He got to make sure Bryce get on that team.
On the Lakers?
Not necessarily. He got to make sure Bryce get drafted.
Yeah, but I think, that's true. I don't know if Bryce is actually good enough. I thought he would be, but he definitely needs that second year in college.
Yeah, he didn't even play this year. That was
really He didn't, and that's kind of tough. Yeah. He had no real problems, no real injuries or anything like that.
I was confused by it.
I don't know, maybe it was because Arizona was hot and who they had as players.
Fair.
They just couldn't, you know what I'm saying? They had Cole Pete and all those guys. I don't know if that would have worked.
They have Mr. Arizona. Mr. Arizona would fit perfect on your team. Right at that 4th spot.
That could work. Yes, Mr. Arizona is definitely somebody I could see probably being a great piece for us. But it's still, what number of the draft we got?
I think you have the 14th pick.
Maybe. I thought it was 15, but 14 sounds,
I know it's one of the two. I know.
Yeah, it's somewhere in there.
It's somewhere in that middle tier range.
And it's, we having a first round pick is definitely good, especially a high one.
As long as it's lottery, I think you guys can get a great player. And I think it's very important who you guys get. Or you guys can make a trade for Kiel Ware, the backup pick from Miami.
But does he play well enough to be able to help us get over the hump and get in the championship?
I think for the role that he will play, yeah. Because y'all don't need nothing. Y'all don't really need another scorer. Y'all need somebody to play some defense and make smart decisions. And y'all just need y'all 2 young guards to make better decisions.
And you don't think that should come with a vet? Like you don't think that it should be a vet player that we get and instead, and not another younger player to add to another younger team?
Yes, I would like a vet, but all the vets are at a high asking price now.
Yes, the price tags for vets are high.
Vets,
but you also get some that are on the league
now.
minimum or a little higher than the league minimum. You can still get somebody like that.
But who's on the league minimum that can contribute to a
yeah, right. I mean, Harrison Barnes is going to be leaving. So
He's retiring,
and we still don't know that for sure. But it's kind of the signs are showing that he's probably going to retire. I mean, he's already a champion.
Multiple times.
Exactly. You know, he has multiple rings.
With us.
Yes. You're throwing it now. You're throwing it in my face.
Just
I understand.
saying.
Yes. You know.
We love HB.
Yeah. He's cool. But at this moment of retiring, it opens up a lot more cap space. And definitely for sure, we already have money and we have draft picks. I believe that we can actually go out and get a big star. Not a superstar, not an all-star, but a star. Somebody who can help work
like Jaren Jackson Jr.?
Time. Like who?
Jaren Jackson Jr.?
Yeah, maybe. That could work because Memphis right now is definitely...
He's not on Memphis no more.
Oh, that's correct. He's not.
He's on the Jazz.
Exactly, and we talked about the Jazz having so many players, but you don't think that they would add him into the Giannis trade in that 3-team trade we talked about?
Nah. Because the thing with him is he can't go to a young team because he's too old. Like him being on the Jazz is weird. Like he doesn't fit the Jazz. They're a young team. He's like a bit like out of that. But then the thing is, he's also in a tier where he could help a contending team, but he was on a bad team and one of the best players on a bad team, so it's like we don't know how you would play on a good team.
Yeah.
But you were good on a bad team, so we feel like you'll play good on a good team, but you don't have no experience on a good team. So we don't know.
I want to know what his free throw percentage is. Next time you have this conversation, let's have that talk. Let's bring that up about what his free throw percentage is, because I don't think it's actually good.
I think I could look that up.
Sure. Let's see how that works. His percentage is something that I feel like, in the time of the 2 minutes, that's where we really need the help at. In the last 2 minutes of the game, we need leadership established
80.
And also clutch time players. 80 is great. That's good. And he has a 3-point shot. I mean, he's one of the bigs that got. Yes, he definitely plays defense. He is a all defensive team player. I mean, so it will work. I like that. I actually like that a lot. I didn't think about that, but I like that. And now I don't know if the Jazz want to give him up necessarily so fast. They never got a real chance to actually see him in action with their players. That's why I feel like the Jazz are a great team to kind of like pick from, but I think they want to actually see what the players that they have now can actually do.
Especially with them having what? They have the number 1 pick or the number 2?
I believe they have the number 2 pick because I believe...
No. They have Utah has number 2 and Washington is number 1.
Yes.
I think Washington I'll take AJ. But that's a conversation for another day.
Yes, that is a conversation for another day because we definitely have to do a deep dive into the draft.
Very important deep dive into the draft.
Yes.
But I think this is a great place to wrap it up.
I agree.
So it's a great first episode.
Yes, first episode, guys.
Once again,
I am Unc. That's Trizzy. See you guys again.
Ciao.